What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Inventions. Oh yeah, guys. So yeah, you guys are telling me in the comments down below that there were some cheaty things about E03 still, even though they said that most of the cheaty things have been removed and it should be pretty well a balanced mod now. It's not. I don't really want to get too in depth about it, but there's certain things you can put in this table that will turn into way more EMC than what it costs. And then you can pull out that same thing, process it, put it back in there, etc., etc., etc. There are some really broken things about getting the energy value here. I don't know if I want to do that or not. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you care if I put in things that gives me a whole lot of EMC out of there and we can just pull items out like virtually at no cost. I mean, it will take some time to process these items, but yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about that. Personally, I'm fine with not doing this, but again, if everybody wants me to do it, then we'll do it. So anyway, I was thinking that in order to really get going in this mod pack, we're gonna want to set up a base and things like that. We're gonna need ores, we're gonna need resources, we're gonna need stuff coming in. Currently, we're doing tree farms manually, and haven't really been doing much with the tree farms for a little while anyway. Yeah, so we're going to want automated tree farms. We're going to want like a quarry. We're going to want like all this stuff happening, right? So I started looking at our quarry options in this mod pack. So to make a quarry, yeah, the Buildcraft quarry, that's the only option available. It is, iron gears and gold gears and diamond gears and advanced circuit and a diamond drill. So do you guys remember FTB Ultimate to make a quarry? Yeah, that's what it's like in this mod pack. That diamond drill right there, it looks innocent enough. It's not. This is the biggest rabbit hole ever. So this is going to be awesome. So to make the mining drill, we just need 3 diamonds, an advanced circuit, and 2 titanium ingots. That's not too bad, right? Well, how do you get the titanium? You get it from titanium dust in an arc furnace or blast furnace. But yeah, we need the titanium dust. So how do you get the titanium dust? Well, you need 4 small piles of titanium dust in order to get it. Or you can pulverize the ingot if you had it, which is just silly. So the tiny piles are from bauxite or Tech Reborn version, not the immersive engineering version. I believe immersive engineering bauxite is aluminum. Anyway, we need the industrial grinder with the bauxite from Tech Reborn, 12,000 EU. It says it only takes 5 seconds to do this, so that's pretty awesome. I think there's another recipe or another, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyway, so we need an industrial grinder. So let's look at this. So to make an industrial grinder, yeah, that looks scary. Just by looking at this recipe, it looks scary. We need 3 advanced circuits, an advanced machine casing. So that means we're going to need carbon plates and advanced alloys. And then we're going to need steel or refined iron. So we're going to need steel production. Things are starting to unravel a bit here. Lots of iron. The carbon is coming from the raw carbon mesh, which comes from that, and pulverized coal. So it's like, I can't remember. I think it's a full stack of iron, or I'm sorry, a full stack of coal turns into one of these plates, or maybe it's half a stack, or it's something like that. Anyway, so that's a little expensive. And then we got the diamond grinding heads. These aren't too bad, surprisingly. It's 4 iron, 4 diamonds, gives you 4 of these. We only need 3 of them, so that's not a big deal. We need a pump. This isn't so bad, really. Empty cell, basic electronic circuit. Mining pipe is iron and tree tap. That's not so bad, and it gives you multiple. So the other thing is this industrial electrolyzer, which is more steel, the extractor, the electrolyzer, and the magnetizer. This is exactly like the original Greg Tech from FTB Ultimate. That's the last time I used that version of Greg Tech. This is almost exactly the same as that kind of stuff. So yeah, we get to relive that whole experience. So iron fences is made from a metal former with iron item casings in the extruding mode. Yeah, lots of crazy stuff is going to be happening here. So it looks like steel is something that's going to be on our plate that we're going to have to do. We're going to need a lot of steel. We're going to need a lot of infrastructure. We're probably going to want to set up some of the thermal expansion machines so we can get like the pulverized coal and things like that. We can take the pulverized charcoal, plus iron, and then we can make steel that way, or we could do the railcraft version. I'm not sure which way we're going to go about this. But anyway, guys, we got a long road ahead of us. We should probably look at setting up some kind of a base so we can start housing these machines. These are things that we're going to be working on, so let's get started. Alright guys, well, I've been doing some stuff, getting prepared for a base. Basically what I ended up doing was pulling out the lawnmower and getting rid of all the tall grass. So we have a nice blank canvas to work with over here. Right in front of me is a pool of oil. We might use this for power. I'm not sure. I keep saying that we're going to do that in different mod packs, and we never do. I don't know if we're going to do it this time or not, but I'm leaving it here for now. I was trying to figure out if we had any good tanks in this mod pack. We have the railcraft tanks, which is like the multi-block structure, and you can store a lot of stuff in there. We have, like, I think the open blocks tanks. I was kind of looking at some stuff here as far as the different tanks. Is that open blocks? Yeah, okay, the open blocks tank. We don't have any obsidian, and I don't think we can mine obsidian right now. We might be able to, actually. We do have access to diamonds, so we could mine that up. Yeah, there's not really a lot of good tank options. There's also these portable tanks. This might be what we go with. But anyway, I just left it here for now. This is kind of like our landmark, I guess, our separator. This is where our bed is right now. I guess you could call this our sleeping area, our home. So I'm thinking as we come out here, that's like the center point or whatever. It's kind of like separates this half from this half. On this right hand side, I'm thinking this might be where we have our workshop, where we have some machines where we, do that kind of stuff. And then over on this side over here, there's actually a lot of space over here. We have like access to everything. We could do like farms, like tree farms and stuff like that. Animal farms. We're going to need areas for mob farms, the soul shards reborn and all that stuff. So that might go, over on this side. And then like over here, we could have like our main workshop area. I'm thinking that might be what we do. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. So pretty much what we need to do to begin with is to clear out a little spot. I don't know if we want to go one block up or if we're going to inset the floor into the ground, but I was thinking we'd grab some cobblestone, start chiseling it with the chisel, and figure out some kind of a floor pattern and just kind of get a floor started. I don't really have a proper design for a base just yet. I think we're going to freeform is what we're going to end up doing. Like, I'm just going to lay out a rectangle worth of stuff. We're going to start placing blocks down, and as we need space, we'll expand, and then eventually we'll be like, okay, this seems big enough. We'll put up the walls and maybe make it look better from the outside, kind of a thing. I'm thinking that's what we're going to end up doing. So let me go ahead and get some stuff done here. I'm just going to lay out a floor. Yeah, I got a lot of dirt in my inventory from doing some terraforming. Yeah, let me go ahead and get some stuff done, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Well, I laid out a pretty big floor here. This is about the size that we want this place to be. So after I laid out the border, which I do like this border. I think that's a cool color, but I didn't want the entire floor being one solid thing. So I just laid down some stone panels here. And after I laid them down, I saw there was like these horizontal lines. I was like, yeah, this really doesn't look that good. I was hoping that was just going to be like a plain blank slate, similar to like plain smooth stone that we could work with. So yeah, I don't really like this. We're going to be changing this out. So I was trying some different other patterns over here. Well, not really patterns, different blocks. This is using the smooth stone, and we've got all these different styles. This is the one I used, the modern, wait, was that? Yeah, I think it was this one, modern felsic masonry for the border here. But I wasn't really finding anything in here that I particularly like for the floor. I mean, we could go with the regular plain old vanilla stone brick. I was trying to do something like this with this disordered stone panels, stone bricks in a fancy arrangement. That looks kind of cool. This I'm not so sure about, the ornate stone brick tiles, and poison stone. I was hoping this kind of like wasn't just, well, I was hoping there'd be some kind of a connected texture, a repeating pattern, and never didn't turn out that way. They're all like their own individual bordered things. So with the chisel, if you guys don't know, I mean, you put in the blocks here and you choose whatever you want. So like chisel stone bricks, for instance, if you put those back in here and you click on a block that you can make the chisel stone bricks out of, you can just left click on it and then it will turn those into that style of a block, right? So you don't have to pick them up, and then you don't have to put them in the chisel, and then you don't have to convert them. So you can do it right there, but it does use a lot more durability on the chisel if you do it this way. It's just a different option to do. So we'll probably be going with, I don't know, I like both these different ones. I think I might like this one more. But the thing is, this room's going to be like walled off. So it's not going to be one giant floor of that particular pattern. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get some more stuff done here. We need to get power going. I'd like to look at getting Applied Energistics hooked up too. At least start working towards it. I don't know if we'll have enough time in today's episode to try and get most of the AE2 stuff done. But yeah, we'll try and look at doing that. We might have to go to the Nether too and get some Nether quartz. But anyway, there's a few more things to do here. I'm going to work on this floor and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys. So this is the floor layout I went with for our tech building. It's not finalized just yet, but I wanted to have something that broke up the different sides. We're probably going to have machines over here, machines over here. And I wanted like some kind of a pathway or something just to separate it. We might do like a wall between the two. I don't know. We might do something like IC2 machines, tech reborn machines, Applied Energistics and thermal expansion, or Ender IO, or I don't know. We might want things separated into their own spot. We might just put all the machines willy-nilly against one side. I haven't really decided how this is all going to go. Like I said, this is all going to be kind of free form, and we're going to be doing this, as we go, and we'll be expanding and making things look better. But just for, the basic building design, this is what I went with. Let's go ahead and sleep. I did set up a Nether portal over there. I haven't lit it yet, and we haven't been to the Nether. We're about to do that, though. So I mentioned, I can't remember if it's the last episode or the one before, about like these, what are these Project Red tools, that they're about the same as diamonds, same durability or something like that. I think the durability is actually less. They do mine about the same speed. And another thing, they do not have the same mining level. Like, you cannot mine obsidian with these tools. So I actually made myself a diamond pickaxe. I just have it in a chest over there. So I did make myself a diamond pickaxe. So I could mine up this obsidian. And then I took some of the obsidian and I put into the E03 thing over there. We learned it or whatever. So we can make all the obsidian that we want in the future. So that's pretty awesome. Cool. So let's head to the Nether. Let's see what it's like in this mod pack. I don't expect there's anything crazy. I don't think there is actually in this pack for the Nether. Yeah, we don't have Natura, and we're not using Biomes of Plenty. So I think the Nether should look pretty much like the default Nether. Yeah, we don't have any Nether ores. Yeah, this looks like plain old, boring, vanilla Nether to me. And the glowstone doesn't work. Right click it. There it goes. It works. I fixed it. Okay, so yeah, we came to the Nether because we need some of this Nether quartz, because we're going to need this to do Applied Energistics stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of quartz around. That is awesome. Oh, and another fortress here. That's the second time recently that I've gone to the Nether in a brand new mod pack, and there is a fortress, and there happens to be a blaze spawner right there in plain sight. That is so awesome. Okay, so we got some things that are gonna be happening here. I see that there is there Nether ores? That looks like gold down there. Okay, now I want to go down and take a look at what's going on here. I was under the impression there wasn't anything else in the Nether. If I mine this, it might be a bad mistake. I kind of want to get down there and check this out. All right, so it looks like this is from Tech Reborn. This is pyrite ore. And that mines into pyrite dust. What else do we got here? Is this just all pyrite? No, we got some orange ores over here. This is cephalerite ore from Tech Reborn. Cool. I don't know what this stuff all is. Yellow garnet. No exchange values on any of these, unfortunately. Is this more pyrite? It is. So is it just the two? No, I see red ores over here. Okay, so we got lots of different stuff. Let's see what these red ones are. Wasn't aware that we are going to have any ores in the Nether. So cinnabar, okay. And I assume this is all cinnabar. It look like some are brighter than the others. All right. That might be all that I can see real close. There's probably going to be more ores that we haven't seen yet here in the Nether. So yeah, we'll definitely take a look at those as we come across them. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and collect some of the Nether quartz, and we'll look at getting some Applied Energistics stuff working. All right, guys. Well, I went in and I collected over a stack of Nether quartz in the Nether. So, yep, we got that taken care of. So I was thinking what we should do for the very start of Applied Energistics here. I think we should look at making ourselves a controller. But in order to make the controller, we need this engineering processor. So we're going to need an inscriber. So that should probably be our first place that we should start. In order to do that, we need Fluix crystals or pure Fluix crystals, some iron ingots, and some sticky pistons. Now, we already have some pistons created, so we can go ahead and do this. And then I believe you can use raw rubber to turn those into the sticky pistons. Yes, you can. Okay, awesome. We should probably learn these as well at some point, but it's fine. I believe I already have pistons learned, so we can make those out of other things. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we got the sticky pistons. I believe we needed some iron. What was the other thing we needed? Fluix. Let's just take a look at this one more time. Yeah, the Fluix crystal. So to make this, we have to drop 1 charged Certus quartz plus 1 nether quartz and a redstone. Okay, so we do have charged. This does not have energy value, so we're probably gonna have to make a charger in the future. So there's that plus nether quartz, and then we needed redstone. Okay, so we got all of those. We have to drop that into a puddle of water. I guess we'll sleep through the night. Yep, we need to go deeper. I earned that achievement. All right. So we slept through the night. We need... Oh, I let monsters spawn out here. That was foolish. Get out. Get out. Nobody likes you, creepers. Okay, I got you. Skeleton, you're just going to stand there and burn and die with your enchanted bow. I'll take your bones. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go drop this stuff right here. I'm looking on the minimap. Make sure there isn't a creeper behind me. Q, Q, Q. So those things should be dropped in the water. They should do their stuff, and we will get ourselves some Fluix. Okay, so it's now unnatural. Does this stuff have... No, it has no energy value. It seems like most things for most mods do not have any energy value. Only vanilla stuff seems to have some, mostly. That's the case for most of the things. I think there's some other items from other mods that might have some value, but anyway. So we have the Fluix, we have the sticky pistons, we have the iron. We should be able to make this guy. So let's go and do that. Done. Did it. Cool. So now that we have the inscriber, we are going to need a way to power this. I believe you can power it with EU, I think. I know you can power it with RF. So we're going to need something to start getting us some power so we can start, getting all this going. Also, when we get the controller, or I guess the energy acceptor, either way, we have to power the Applied Energistics system. We're going to need power for that as well. Also, meteors have been disabled in this pack, right? So Skystone, you can get this from the Sky... I guess that's a Skystone block. You get that from Skystone, and you make that from smooth stone and pulverized coal or charcoal, looks like. Or is it just coal? Maybe it's just pulverized coal. All right, so yeah, you can make that stuff in this mod pack. And then also the plates that you normally find in the meteors. Like the inscriber silicon press. You can make these as well. So block of iron plus silicon in a rolling machine will get you each one of these things. So, okay, so that's how we're going to get those eventually. But for now, we need to get ourselves a little bit of power so we can power this inscriber. Okay, so we have some options. I guess generator would be a good way. This looks like this is doing a whole bunch of IC2 machines. We have a Sterling generator from Ender IO. I believe that produces RF. I think. I'm not sure what other things we have. What about solar panels? So we have the solar expansion solar panels. These are kind of... Oh, we need steel for those. That's not going to work too well, is it? And lapis shards. Okay, we might look at the immersive engineering. Actually, we were going to make steel anyway, right? So we should do the Railcraft blast furnace to make steel. And then that's going to produce creosote. And then we can look at the immersive engineering water wheel to get us going on our very early game RF power. And that needs the treated wood. And this stuff is made from creosote plus planks. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have our inscriber, but we can't do anything with that just yet. Let's go ahead and set up a blast furnace. Is it Railcraft? Yeah, we'll do the Railcraft one. This is a 3x4x3 hollow structure. So it's 3x3 and then 4 tall. So we have the 2 center blocks that are missing. Let's see. So that's going to be quite a few of these things. So we need to go into the Nether again and start getting some of these things. So we need soul sand, nether brick, which we can smelt from nether rack, and magma cream. So slime ball plus blaze powder. I don't know if there's any other ways. Magma cubes. Looks like we have a chemical reactor that can do this. That looks like that's IC2, or at least Tech Reborn. We don't have blaze powder. All right. I did see that there were magma cubes spawning in the nether nearby our entry point in there. So I might go back there and see what I could come up with. All right, well, we just got some spawns over here. Looks like there's a few of them, actually. And there's some wither skeletons that spawned underneath the fortress thing. Okay, we got one magma cream. That's awesome. I don't know if those have EMC. I didn't even check. If they do, this is gonna be great. Do they? No, they don't. Dang it. Blaze rods seem to have EMC, and I don't know if slime does. Or not EMC, I'm sorry, exchange value. It looks like it does. What's up, skeleton? You want some of this? Okay. So we got another guy here. It looks like we're gonna need some slime balls. We're gonna have to go find ourselves some green slimes. So maybe like a swamp or something like that at nighttime might be an appropriate place to find one. I'm hearing something else slopping around. I don't know where they are. Where are you, little guy? You're on top? Maybe? Yeah, I kind of took the fortress over as far as we could go on this lower platform down here. And there is another blaze spawner down that way. Or maybe I took this side. I can't remember. Let's go for an adventure. I took one of these down. I think it must have been this one. Yeah, there was another blaze spawner right here. Next one. Right there. Yeah, so we got multiple blaze spawners here, which is awesome. I do believe somebody had mentioned in the comments that we had the diamond dollies in this pack. I don't even know. Yeah, we do have the diamond dolly, and that is something we can make. So we can grab these spawners and then take them into the overworld and not have to worry about that. And we can set up like proper spawners there. So that might be something we do as well. But for right now, yeah, we're still looking for those magma cubes. Maybe I'll go and try and find ourselves some green slimes in the overworld like I was saying. And we could just make our own magma creams using these blaze rod, turn those into the powders. But anyway, the quest continues. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so here we are at the bottom of the mines. I was just going down to see if there were slimes down here, and looks like there are, in fact, some slimes around here somewhere. We can see them right on the map. I can hear them slapping. We might end up just digging over to them. Yeah, this is probably somewhere I've been. It looks like they're in a lit up area. I think they're above me. Oh, man. Let's see. If we hit J, we scroll down. Looks like they are 2 blocks in front of me. Then maybe over here. Yep. All right. So they still might be up above. Oh, yeah. They definitely are. You can see the particles. All right. So we are looking for a slime ball. Give me a slime ball. Yeah, the slime balls have the exchange value. So oh, there we go. So as soon as we get one, we can make all of the slime balls from different things like cobblestone or whatever. I believe it said it was an exchange value of 24. So yeah, we never have to hunt for these again. So we have the blaze rods, which we can use to exchange. We have slime balls, and then we can always make our the magma cream. Yeah, unfortunately, the magma cream itself doesn't have an exchange value, which is kind of odd in my opinion, but that's just the way it is. So anyway, now that we got that stuff, let's go ahead and learn them. Let's make some of the magma stuff. We'll get the blast furnace going, or at least the bricks. We'll be right back, guys. Well, all right, guys, we went ahead and made up all of the blast furnace bricks, and then I was remembering, oh yeah, we need to do the coke oven, so I just went ahead and I made that too. That's made with just regular bricks and sand, so I made these. We don't need 27 of them, but it's a 3x3x3 hollow in the center, so we only need really 26, but that's going to be fine. So we need to place this down somewhere. Let's do it. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we should be able to just do like, yeah, something like that. We'll make it hollow in the center. Doot. Okay, cool. So there we go. There's our coke oven, and we can just put coal in there. The coal should cook itself into coke, and we should get a bit of creosote oil for our troubles. Cool. And we'll go ahead and do the blast furnace right next to it. I guess I'll do it here. I can always move it later. It's not really that big of a deal. But this is kind of the same thing, except you got to keep the center hollow for 2 layers. So it's 1 block taller. Like so. There we go. We've got 2 left over. Yeah, you can see the little thing down here. Okay, so blast furnace done. So we can put in regular coal and smelt iron this way. or we can use the coal coke, which is regular coal that's converted to burn longer to do the same process. So we might end up doing that. We do need the creosote that's being made from this to make the water wheels to make our power for our Applied Energistics stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like a long, involved process, but it's, you know, it's good though. It's helping us get some infrastructure set up, so, you know, we can progress with this mod pack and we have things to fill in our little tech area here. So this is good. I still don't know what we're going to do for the walls here. If you guys have suggestions what we should do for, I guess this would be the inside wall, and then we can always build out a little bit and do like a proper outside for this building. It doesn't have to be 1 block thick for the walls. Yeah, if you guys have suggestions what I could use for like the inside walls, yeah, let me know. But yeah, we're gonna have to try and figure out a way to make this thing look good. I don't want it just to be a big square, a big rectangle, I guess is the shape it is. I don't want it just to be a big rectangle prism or cube or box or whatever. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and let this cook for a while, and we'll be right back, guys. Well, guys, I was looking at the time in the episode, and it looks like we are approaching the end, unfortunately. And it's just going to take a long time for this coal coke to be processed and to make the creosote oil. So we're probably just going to go ahead and wrap the episode up right here. But I did want to show you the progress on this so you guys can see what's going on. So the coal does get converted into the coal coke. The default burn time is 1600. The burn time on the coal coke is 3200. So you double the amount of, or the length of time the coal can actually do stuff just by putting it through the coke oven. It just takes a bit of time for it to be reprocessed, but it's a win-win. There's like no reason to not do this. But every time we get a piece of coal coke, we get half a bucket of creosote. And as we saw before, it took 1 bucket plus 8 planks to turn into 8 treated planks for making the water wheels or the other stuff from immersive engineering. So this is just going to be a waiting game. I'm just going to wait for all of that coal to process. We'll have 32 buckets worth of the creosote, and we'll be able to do other things. I think that's going to be much better. But yeah, guys, so that's going to do it for this episode of FTB Inventions. I hope you guys liked it. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.